What's up with it? This is Cindy Clarity. I'm here to provide peace, love, light, and healing. And the energy that I'm tapping into is a message from your teenage self, And so, just off the rip, in the short I got, just go with the flow. Stop worrying about things being so perfect for you. And don't live in a moment of embarrassment, too, because things happen to everybody. And then also, comparison is a thief of joy. Like, someone is jealous of other people because they always feel as if they're coming up short when they're comparing themselves to someone else. So worry about your path. Focus on what it is that you do have and what it is that you want, so that again you can get the steps downloaded to pursue those goals. And then again, perfection is an illusion. Again, follow the short. That's why I'm saying again, because I said it in the short, but I'm gonna say it again. But mess around, perfection is an illusion though. Somebody is worried about having a picture perfect life when it's not picture perfect. There's nothing perfect. You know what I mean? Like everybody has flaws. Everybody has their own set of flaws. Everybody is has their own lifestyle, their own path, right? So stop comparing your life to what somebody else has and just do you, right? And stop looking at somebody else for what you don't have, and then stop looking at your life pointing out the flaws, right? Like, appreciate what it is that you have, and if you have flaws that you want to work through, you know what I mean, work through those honestly. That's the energy that I get from your teenage self. Somebody has put up boundaries when they were a teenager, right? Like, they didn't let anybody in their room, they didn't let anybody in their life. Again, in the short, I was picking up on somebody who is annoyed with life, right? So like, I'm getting that your boundaries as a teenager was infiltrated. Like, no one respected your boundaries because it's your kid and my house, my rules. Like, I'm gonna tell you a story real quick. Like, I don't know what I did, but when I was coming up, my mom took the door off of the hinges. My bedroom door was off the hinges. So I couldn't even just be in there getting dressed after I got out of the shower. I just felt so exposed. I just felt always seen, always looked at, even when I didn't want to be. You feel me? And that's the energy that I'm getting from somebody in the collective. And so you never learn to put those boundaries back up because they weren't respected as a kid or as a teenager. Then you feel as if you don't deserve them as an adult. So I'm here to tell you, get them boundaries back up, and make sure you stand on those. Don't allow for anybody to take the door off your don't allow nobody to take the door off of your bedroom, especially as an adult. You feel me? But come through. A message from your teenage self. Dare. Just say no. Somebody is like trying to cope with life through like honestly an escape, right? And so dare. Remember that we came up on dare. And it's like, just say no. It's like somebody wants to create an illusion to help themselves feel better, and it's not that, because when you come down, you're gonna have to see life for what it is, realistically. And it's not gonna be what you want it to be until you sober up and you literally go for what it is that you want. So yeah, definitely just say no to drugs. It's an illusion. And it's a coping mechanism that's only going to like have you wanting more and more and more, versus it's taken away from what it is that you're trying to do, right? It's taken away from the energy that you would have to go pursue your goals. But yeah, for sure, just say no. Come through. What's a message from your teenage self? I'm getting that your teenage self is telling you to stay off of them drugs. And then another thing is ease came in the reverse. It's like, we want everything easy. And your teenage self is trying to challenge you to go for things that are a bit harder. Challenge yourself so that you can overcome something, because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. And if you're doing the easy thing, then you're going to get the same type of reward, so to speak. I'm not even going to really say rewards, because again, those rewards that you get from things being easy is an illusion. Like, oh, I'll get to chill around and I don't got to work as hard as you, or da 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 da. You know what I mean? But you're not going to get that tangible reward that comes from working hard. You know what I mean? But your inner teen is definitely challenging you to challenge yourself, essentially, is what I'm getting. Let me see. I'm gonna get one more. But yeah, I got this everyday millennial oracle. So let me do a message from your inner teen. Come through. Let me see. Growth in the reverse. Like, somebody has arrested development. Somebody is acting the same way that they did when they were a kid. Somebody is too worried about appearances. Like, someone is not I'm here going with the flow of becoming an adult. You know what I mean? It gets a bit harder each year that you are alive. Like you have more responsibility, so to speak, right? But somebody wants to grow in reverse. Somebody wants to be. I'm hearing back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. I remember way back when somebody really just wants to stay in the mode of being a kid when it was so easy. And as you get older, you realize that it's harder. And so somebody mentally copes with the fact that they're not ready to be an adult with drugs and running around acting like a teen. We're worried about such frivolous things. You know what I mean? And so your inner teen is again wanting for you to embrace growth instead of stunting it. I'm getting that somebody in the collective energy is literally stunting their own growth. You know what I mean? That's the energy. And I'm getting think twice here too. It's like some people need to really think about what it is that they do. Right? Some people is very impulsive in this collective. So your inner teen is telling you to stop being so impulsive. Like once when you were a kid, we get it. It's like you do something out of an urge. It's like, oh, I want to do this and I do it without thinking about it. But go back again, like I said in my short, reflect on how you were when you were a teenager. Not only how you were, but what it is that you went through. Learn those lessons and apply those to your current adult state is the energy that I'm getting. But think about what you do before you do it. Think about like whenever I was a kid, I was coming up. I got in trouble so much whenever I was in high school. Like I was always popping off somebody messing with me. And so I'm going off and yelling in front of the class for everybody to see. And I'm the one that got in trouble. You feel me? It's like somebody kicked me under the table and then I'm the one that got in trouble for hollering and screaming about it, right? So it's like think even in the moment, even when you have a lot of emotions that you have to deal with, you still need to think about how you react to things. So now I've learned from being that way as a teenager to like I'm going to work on not reacting, right? Responding to what other people do. So maybe somebody in this energy needs to adapt that type of mentality. You feel me? That's the energy that I get. But come through. What's a message from your entertainer? I was gonna do another deck, but I'm liking this deck. But what is a message from your inner teen? Clear, concise, accurate messages only. Second chances. I'm hearing with this one collective is like don't hold grudges, right? Your inner teen is telling for you to. It's like maybe somebody that you were jealous of, or maybe somebody that had you on. You know what I'm saying? You was hanging out with them, and they got you caught up on some drugs or whatever the case might be. You know what I mean? Party lifestyle, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like maybe someone. Oh goodness, my phone ringing. My fault. Maybe something like that happened to you, right? And so I'm getting that spirit is calling for you to let something go. You know what I mean? Like you can start over. You don't have to keep trying to force something to work where it doesn't. You know what I mean? So you can start something over. With the second chance, I'm getting take a second chance on yourself. You know, like don't feel like, oh, well, it's too late. I'm stuck in my ways. I've been doing it like this for so long. So this is the way that it has to be. Your inner teen is telling you that you can start over again. Like, and I'm hearing the energy of like recreating yourself, right? Because when you were a teen, we had a certain type of style, right? When we were teenagers, we had a certain type of style. And maybe in your preteen, you had a certain type of style. And then when you became a fully fledged teenager, you had a different type of style, right? And now as an adult, you have a different type of style. However, some people have a different type of style as an adult. Some people are literally mimicking the style that they have from being a teenager. I'm also hearing they're mimicking the style that everybody else has as well. When you are an adult, you can do your own thing. That's one of the best things about being an adult. You don't have to copy everybody else. You don't have to worry about being accepted, you know? So that's the energy that I'm getting. But also, you can revamp yourself at any time. You can try, I'll go, like me, myself, personality, I'll go back to the drawing board. I'm like, let me try this, whatever this might be, right? For you, take it how it resonate. I go back to the drawing board when I'm like, this hasn't worked out. So let me go back and let me try something else. You know what I mean? Just, again, take it how it resonate. But take a second chance on you. Just because you are doing something like how you used to and you're just used to doing it, it might be stuck in your ways. Go back to that drawing board and try again. You feel me? That's the energy that I get. Take a second chance on you. Clear, concise, accurate messages only. Let me get a closing message from your inner team. Feel the feels. So the energy that I get is like, it's a cool, love, passion, calm, nervous, mixed emotions, stress, very happy. So I'm getting a lot of people adapt to, I don't know why I'm getting this, but bear with me. A lot of people adapt to what it is that the celebrities do. So I remember that song, Make You Feel Some Type of Way. A lot of people cannot articulate their actual feelings because they're feeling some type of way. They're listening to the song. They're adapting to that energy. When you need to go within, you need to trust you before you trust anybody outside of you, right? And understand how you feel and feel that. If you feel that energy of whatever, if it's anger, if it's nervousness, you can feel it in the moment so that you can ask yourself, why do I feel this way? You know what I mean? And how do I get out of this energy instead of burying it down, burying it so deep that it'll eventually come up unknowingly, right? Without you having any say so about it. So feel the feeling so that you don't have to live in those feelings. That's the energy that I get. That's the message from your inner team.